Alright, so in this video, we're going to be looking at this problem right over here. So this is a problem that's interesting because these kinds of problems are they're very good because they test they test important mathematical skills. Mathematical skills does not just involve just knowing certain rules and following those rules, but it also involves converting from different forms of writing something into another form and solving it in that form. So here we have something in the form of just words and numbers, of course, but we have to convert this into a form like an algebraic form with an equation, and then we can solve. So we know how to solve using when it's in the equation form, but now we have to convert it to get it to that form. So how do we do that? Well, let's read. So 6 times the number, the 6 times the sum of a number and 15 is negative 42. Whenever we have is, so that's just equal, that's going to be equals, right? So equals, typically, is negative 42. So we can just write this portion immediately. So then we have 6 times the sum of a number and 15. Okay, so we're going to have a sum of a number and 15. So the sum is, of course, adding. So a number plus 15, so x plus 15, x is our number. Why did I add those two? Because we're going to multiply that by 6. We're going to multiply the sum of the number and 15 by 6. So 6 times the sum of a number and 15 is negative 42. 6 times the sum of a number plus 15 is negative 42. This is it. This is essentially conversion, and this is our algebraic form. Now, what we can do now is we can isolate. We can isolate x. We can do two things, one of two things. Let me do this here. So this is our step 1, or way 1 and way 2. Way 1 involves the distributive property. So what you could do is you could distribute the 6 into the terms. So this is 1 and this is another. So this is going to be 6x plus, what's 15 times 6? This is going to be 90. So 90. Okay. All right. This is going to be equal to, of course, negative 42. And then, of course, we can subtract by 90 on both sides. 6x is going to be equal to negative 132. Divide 6 both sides. And I will first try to simplify a little bit. So negative 132 over 6. We can divide by, by 2. So 3. And this will be negative, so 2 times 6 is 12, and then 1, so that's going to be another 6, so 66, okay? This is quite easier. This is easier. So this is 1, of course, and then this is going to be negative 22. So negative 22 is our answer. So negative 22 equals x. Way 2 involves just dividing by 6 first. I think this might be slightly easier. So 6 times x plus 15 is equal to negative 42. We can just divide by 6, the division property of equality, x plus 15. I'm not going to be stating that every single time, but you know, it's implied if you watch my addition, subtraction, division, multiplication properties of equality, and you master that, you will surely get to know what I'm doing here. So 42 over 6, what's that going to be equal to? Well, that's just equal to 7. 7 times 6 is 42, but we have a negative, so we have to add that. Then subtract by 15, both sides. Again, what is this property? This is the subtraction property of equality. X is going to be equal to negative 22, same thing, right? Negative 7 minus 15. Both of these are, of course, equal. And we are done.